Hello friends. Uh, Today we are going to discuss about octadecimal number and how that octadecimal number is found, and how a decimal number can be converted into a octadecimal number, and how a octadecimal number can be converted to a decimal number, and how a octadecimal number can be converted into a binary number, and how a binary number can be converted to a octadecimal number. So in this video we are going to discuss about all these topics. Okay, so as in the previous video we have discussed about how we can convert a decimal number into a binary number and a binary number to a decimal number, and in this video we are discussing about octadecimal value. So for the octadecimal value, the radix value is 8. Okay, and or we can say a base value is 8. So in this octadecimal value, the numbers will be from 0 to 7. Okay, so whatever value will be represented from 0 to 7, as in the decimal number system, all the numbers will be starting from 0 to 9, right? 0 to 9. But in the octadecimal value, the values will be from 0 to 7. Okay, so let us consider a number called 358, and this base is called a radix value. So this number 352 is representing the octadecimal number. So each and every digit will be a multiple of 8, right? In the decimal number system, as you can see here, I have written if a 352, the same number with base 10 is the decimal number. If this is an octadecimal number, and the same number it is represented in decimal number, the decimal number can be written as 352. 300 plus 50 plus 2, and you can see 3 into 10 power 2. This is the expansion representation as we had discussed in the previous video. So as the decimal value is explained in this, if the same number is having an octal representation, then we will be seeing how it is represented. So the octal to decimal value for any base value, if we want to know the decimal equivalent value, we need to follow expansion method. So this is from expansion method. So each digit will be a multiple of 8, and zeros, ones, to this will be the power values of the radix value. So 3 into 8 power 2 plus 5 into 8 power 1 and 2 into 8 power 0. If I substitute the value, 3 into 64 plus 5 into 8 plus 2 into 1. So anything power 0 is 1. Okay, so this equation will be 234, which is nothing but decimal value. So if I want this 358 to be written in decimal value, the decimal equivalent value of this 358 is 234. Okay, now we will see how a decimal value can be converted into an octal value. So I just want to take the same example, 234, and I'll try to convert it into the same octal value. So I want to verify. Okay, so I'm just doing the LCM process, as we have done the expansion process for converting, knowing the decimal value. I'm doing the LCM process for octal value. So since octal value whose radix value is 8, so I will divide the same value with 8. So this 8 is the radix value. So if I divide 8 times 8 29s is 232, which remains a value, a remainder called 2. Okay, and 8 3s are 24, and we'll be having remainder at 5. So we'll be having a remainder called 5. So I can start here. I can start from here writing, but for our convenience I'm writing this 3 here. Okay, and I'm putting this value as 0. So for LCM value, we learned in the previous video that we need to write from bottom to top. So in upwards we have to read the numbers. That is, the most significant digit is 3 and the least significant digit is 2. So 3 5 2 base value is, so as the octal value is, as we have done the LCM with 8, so the 8 is the radix value here. Okay, now if suppose the octadecimal value is having a fractional value, suppose, so and I am now taking an example with a decimal value. You can see 18.6875 is the decimal value, and I just want to know what is the octadecimal value for it. So I have written is for before the decimal value, the value which is 18. So we need to follow the LCM method, and for after decimal point we need to follow the multiplication method, as we have followed in finding the binary values for the decimal values in the previous video. So the same method will be followed here. So 18 divided by 8, we remain with 2 times 16, and the remainder is 2. Okay, and this I can write from here 2 and 2. So I just kept here a 0 and brought this 2 here, and I will write from here 2 2. So 18 equivalent 18 decimal octadecimal equivalent for decimal number 18 is 22. So I am coming for this decimal value, which is 0.8675. So what I will do is I will multiply with this octal value 8, radix value 8. So once if I multiply 0.6875 into 8, I will get a value called 5.5. So this 5 will be the carry. So I'll write this 5 as a carry aside, and I'll take this 0.5 value here and again multiply with 8. So I'll get 4.0. Since 4 is written here and we have 0 value here, we'll stop here, and I'll write 0.4 base 8. Okay, so if I write this complete value 18.6875 base 10, whose equivalent to octadecimal value is represented as 22.54. Okay, so I am doing the same another example, which is 974.35. so we need to follow as we have done in the previous same example. So what I have to do for decimal point, before decimal point I need to follow LCM method. Okay, so 974 will be divided by 8. Okay, since we need to find the octal value, we need to divide it by 8. Okay, so I will, and after decimal point value we need to multiply the value with 8. So I have written on either sides, you can see. So 121 times So which will be having 6 as a reminder, and 8 15s 120, and we'll having a reminder called 1, and 8 1 times, and we'll be having a reminder 7, and for convenience we have written a 0 and I brought this 1 here. So if I write the number will be 1716, okay, which is octadecimal equivalent value of this decimal number 974. Now I have to find the value of 0.35. So what I am doing is I will multiply this 0.35 into 8, which is equal to 2.80, and I will bring this 2 as a carry here, and again I will bring this 0.80 and multiply it by 8. We'll have 6.40, and I will bring this 6 as a carry and multiply 0.48 into 8. So we have 3.20 value, and I'll bring this 3 as a carry and multiply 0.20 into 8, and I'll have 1.60, and I'll bring this 1 as a carry and I multiply 0.60 multiplied by 8, I'll have 4.80. So as you can see, this 0.80 I have previously here, so I need to stop here. I don't want to again multiply it. So whenever you have a value which is repeating in this multiplication process, you need to stop there and write down the values from top to bottom. In LSB LCM method we will write from bottom to top, and in multiplication method we write the value from top to bottom. So the decimal equivalent, octadecimal equivalent value of the decimal number 974.35 is 1716.26314. Okay. If you want to verify this value is correct or not, we need to go by expansion method, which is like my octal to decimal number conversion. So I have taken an example 22.74. if the value is like this, okay, so please forget about the values which are written on top. For your convenience I have written it, but actually you will be having like 22.74 base 8, and you are trying to find the decimal equivalent value for it. So for that we need to follow the expansion method. So I'll write the values like 0 value and 1, and minus 1 value and minus 2. So values are on the top of the radix value. So these values will be on the top of the radix value multiplied with each digit's position. Okay. So this 2 multiplied by 8 power 1, this value, and 2 into 8 power 0 plus. So after the decimal value we have n minus 1 value, right? So 7 into 8 power minus 1 value, and 4 into 8 power minus 2 value. So I have written here reciprocal 8 power minus 1 is nothing but 1 by 8 value. So 1 by 8 value is nothing but 0.125, and 8 power minus 2 value, which is nothing but 1 by 8 square. Okay, 1 by 8 square, 8 square is 64. So 1 by 64th value is 0.015625 value. So if I multiply these values with these values, so it's 16.2 plus 16 plus 2 plus 7 into 0.125 plus 4 into 0.1715625 If I multiply this, I have 18. 16 plus 2 is 18 plus 0.875 plus 0.065. If I add this value, I have 18.9375. If you want, you can try an example which I have written here. Okay, so you can find this octadecimal value and find out the decimal equivalent value for it using this expansion method. So this is for octa to decimal number, whatever number is given in octadecimal format, and you need to, if you want to find the decimal equivalent value, you need to follow the expansion method. Okay, if you are trying to find decimal equivalent method, and if you want to know the octadecimal number of the decimal equivalent method, and you just need to follow the LCM process for this number which is before the decimal point, and multiplication method for the after the decimal point value. Okay, now we need to find out the octal to binary, how the octal number is converted into binary number. So in the previous video we have seen the decimal number is converted to binary and binary number to decimal number, and in this video we have seen how a octadecimal value is converted to decimal number, and decimal number is converted to a octadecimal number. So in this, what we are trying to, we have two methods in this for finding the octadecimal to binary number. So first method is you can convert the octadecimal number to the decimal number, and that decimal number will be converted to binary number. So which is a long process. We have another method written like this. So every digit, octadecimal digit is denoted with 3 binary codes. Okay, so these 3 binary codes can easily give the binary value. So I have written the octadecimal values here. You can see octadecimal values from 0 to 7, and decimal equivalent values from of this octadecimal value is also 0 to 7, and this octadecimal number decimal number is represented with the 3 binary code number. So you can see 000 is equal to the octadecimal value 000. Okay, 0 is represented as 00, 1 is represented as 001, 2 is represented as 010, 3 011, 4 100, 5 101, 6 110, 7 111, 111. Okay, so for example we have taken 24.24. so each digit is represented with 3 binary code. So 2, you can see the binary code of 2 is 010. I'll write the 010 here. For 4, what is the binary code for 4? 100, 100 decimal 2. 2 value is 010 and 4 is 100. I have written like this, but these values, like I have written in like this 0, these three zeros, even if you write those 0 values, there is no use. So you can eliminate those, and you can just write the number like 10100.0101. So I can stop here, right? I can stop here, and I can write a binary representation like this. So even if I write the 00 here also, there is no use for these zero values, because if you multiply the binary value with a 8 power value, even if, since it is a zero value, if you multiply those values also, you will have 0 only. So I have not written it. Okay. Okay, let us consider another example for octadecimal to binary conversion method. So the example is 567.0238 to the binary conversion. So this is the octadecimal number, and I am converting this octadecimal value to binary number. So I have to write these values, and each individual binary value is represented at the bottom. You can see 5 is represented as 101, 6 is 110, 7 is 111, point 0 is 000, 2 is 010, 3 is 011. So if I write completely all this value, the binary equivalent value of this octadecimal number 567.023 is 101, 110, 111.0000, 10011 base 2. So I can write it directly. Okay. So if the same, if we do the this number system, they like octadecimal, which is first converted to decimal number and then to the binary number, which will take very long time. So it is, this one is very quickly done, as you can put each octadecimal number with 3 binary digits represented with the help of this table. So you can write directly the binary values of each digit and write completely at a time. Sometimes if you have the values are having an extra 0, like, you can sometimes you can eliminate. Okay. If you can if you have understood this topic conversion of this octadecimal to the binary, so you can try an example which I have written here. 341.076 base 8 octadecimal value to be converted into a binary value. So I'll write for your convenience, 3 is 0 1 1, 4 is 1 00, 1 is 0 0 1, point 0 0 is 0 0 0, 7 is 1 1 1, 6 is 1 1 0. Okay. So as you can see in this example, we have 0 here in the last MSB, and n is here also. So you can eliminate this because there is no use of writing these values also. So I can write simply 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1, point 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 1. I can stop here and I'll close these brackets and put the base 2 value. Okay. So you can have a doubt called why I have eliminated these two zeros. So if I write the binary 1 minus 1 2 3 minus 4 minus 5 minus 6 minus 7 minus 8 minus 9 value, and I multiply it 0, it's a, so 0 into 2 power minus 9 value we have to find. So this 0 is multiplied with 2 power minus 9 value, so anything is multiplied with 0 is 0. So I have neglected it. Okay. So in the same way, if I write this value 0 1 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in this if I write 0 into 2 power 8 value, so 2 power 8 value will have like 256 or something, 512 or value, which whatever value we have, this will multiply with 0 only, so there is no use of writing this value also. So that is why I have eliminated these two values. Okay, so now what we are going to find out is we will take now the binary value, and we just want to convert the same binary value into octadecimal number. So we need to follow some basic rules, like in the octadecimal to binary we have grouped three so we have represented each octadecimal number with 3 binary digits. So in the same way here what we'll do is we'll group 3 digits of binary into one group. So this has to done from LSB. So this is LSB to MSB. So MSB nothing but most significant bit, and LSB least significant. From LSB to MSB we need to group 3 bits. So this is having only 2. So what we need to do? So we have to put an extra 0 bit. So always the deficit bit should be represented with a 0. So as you can see I am grouping these, the same example I have grouped these 3 bits. Okay, I have grouped these 3 bits, and in this I have only 2 bits, so I have represented the same with 0 here. So 0 1 0 is one group, and 0 1 0 is another group, and in this one we have only 1 bit. So what we need to do, we will be placing 0 0 here. So a 0 is placed here, and 2 zeros are placed here in order to make these 3 as a one group. Okay, 0 1 0, which is nothing but octadecimal value equivalent number value is 2. Okay, 0 1 0 is 2, 1 0 1 is 5, and after placing these 2 zeros this value becomes 1 0 0, which is nothing but 4. So simply this binary number 101 so you don't need, you should remember that you need to group from LSB. See, so here is the decimal point and this is the LSB. From LSB to towards MSB we need to group 3 digits. Okay, not from MSB towards LSB. This is wrong. Okay, from LSB to MSB, from LSB towards MSB we need to group 3 digits. Okay, so we'll take an example. 10 110 10.1011 base 2 to be converted to octadecimal. So simply what we need to do is we need to write the same value. Okay, I'll have written the same value here, and 10.1111. So from LSB to MSB I have to group 3 bits. Okay, this one is one group, these 3 will represent 1, and we have only 1 digits here. but for octal we need to have at least 3 bits, right? So that is why I have represented 0 0 here. Okay, 0 0 1 is 1 bit, and 0 0 0 1 1 is one another bit, 0 1 0 is another bit. So from after the decimal, so from LSB to MSB we have, so after the decimal point we need to group from here, these 3, okay, not from this side, okay, from decimal point towards the LSB. So these 3 bits, 1 0 1 is one group, and in this 1 0 we have a bit deficit, so I'll put that value as 0. So now we have 3 bits. So if I represent, if these binary numbers are given values, so octadecimal values, so 0 1 0 0 1 is 1, 0 1 1 is 3, 0 1 0 is 2, 1 0 1 is 5, and 1 1 0 is 6. So I'll write the simple octadecimal equivalent of this binary number is 132.56. Base you need to represent as 8. Okay, thank you.